I'll explain it, I guess, on here.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Jarod Beeman podcast. Name pending still. Do you think I should name it something?
I think like going back on mine, Make It to Midnight.
Yeah.
I like having a name, Make It to Midnight, because it means something to me.
Yeah.
It was told to me. But if I didn't have something like that, I would have named it probably
Hovey.
JP Hovey Podcast.
Because I don't know why in my head I'm like, which I've explained to you before, but it's like I don't know why it's like I don't like any name besides my own to tie it. I just love my name. Like it's like I don't want to have to go through the process of thinking of a name.
Right.
To tie myself to, especially like a year ago I did content and then I'm ditching that for this.
So I would also say this because Instagram page wise, like another reason I wanted to start a different name was so I could post more things like in that alley.
Yeah.
And not have it be attached to my name. Because I look at other people like the Chris Williamsons of the world.
Yeah.
And he has Modern Wisdom and then his own page.
Yeah, that's true. But then like this is different for your, this is JP Hovey, my coworker, producer of Bussin' with the Boys. Do you want to give yourself like a little intro or anything?
Yeah, just what I do.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This isn't going to be like an interview style. But.
Yeah. So at Bussin' with the Boys, I was the first time full-time
Type shit.
The first full-time employee back in May 2021, where I was running the podcast, the vlogs, and the gambling show. And then as the team has grown out, they hired our savior, Jarod, to handle the locker room. And so now whenever we travel for the podcast, I film behind the scenes of the interviews. I film events that we go to, games that we go to, and I turn them into videos to put out on YouTube for people to watch. And that's my main role now. And then I try to help out creatively in other people's departments too.
And then you have a page, Make It to Midnight.
Then I have my own page, Make It to Midnight, where it's basically, I hate to say self-help, because I really just want it to be a place where if somebody is having a bad day, they know they can type in Make It to Midnight and they will receive some type of content that could help them through a bad day and just encourage them to keep going. And I do some long form with it as well as short form social clips.
Yeah.
That's my baby. I do a tennis podcast on the side too.
Slice.
The Slice. So I'm a big tennis fan, niche sports fan. Go follow all those pages.
Izzy guy.
Yeah.
I'm like the opposite of that. I just do one thing. And
Two things.
What are they?
You do locker room, Bussin' with the Boys, and
Oh yeah. I
Jarod
meant
Beeman
like
show.
content, because you do like Bussin', you have like Make It to Midnight, you have the Slice, you have like just general JP content. And it's like I guess that I don't even know. I was about to go down the rabbit hole again of like I guess that's why I just say like Jarod Beeman, because it's just like anything I do, I just want to be like Jarod Beeman.
It could be good to just do a Jarod Beeman and then post all the stuff on your personal, because you don't post much.
That's where I was going. So, episode 2 of the stand-up comedy journey that I haven't started yet. I wimped out this. I was looking for a word beside pussied out. I didn't want to say that, but
yeah,
it's a children's show. But
you talked yourself out of it.
it was more like I have my first bit. So, I was gonna give you credit. I was like, JP was the first one a long time ago when I had this YouTube channel that was like, you should do comedy. I was like, brother, I've thought about it. No part of me wants to do it. And then literally I had like an epiphany one night that I talked about last week on the podcast that I was like, I just randomly wanted to do it. Still haven't done it. But I'm self-glazed myself. I was proud of myself for making myself write that first bit.
Right.
Because I was like, I kept putting off writing. I was like, oh, writing is a creative, as if I'd ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know how to do it though, like
at all. But
yeah.
I felt like, I don't know why in my head I was like, I was happy that I enjoyed it. Like
right.
when I wrote, I was like, that's pretty fun. And then like the natural next step felt like send it to a couple people, which like the whole process felt perfect. It was like, then I sent it to you and Sherm. I got good notes. You pretty much ghost wrote parts of this joke that I still have not performed yet. So, but hopefully, I said this last week, this is embarrassing. Hopefully by the time this podcast comes out, I have an open mic under my belt. I will do it next week. It's not a maybe. I will do it next week.
Let's go, because I was going to ask why you didn't do it this week. Was it fear? Was it
truly memorization? Which I think,
which is good. That's way easier to get over than fear.
I don't know why. I keep saying, I said this last week. Like I kind of. This is when after I do the first one and I come back on here, I'm like, I got butchered. I'm never doing that again. I'm like not scared of going on stage right now. I don't know why. Because as long as there's no one I know in there.
Yeah.
If there's one person that I like recognize, like I don't think I could go on stage. But if it's strangers in my head, I'm just like, it does not matter. Like I'm watching y'all do like bad jokes. I'm doing bad.
Right.
That was not a shot. When I went to Zane's the first time, everyone was incredible. I'm the only one that's going to be doing bad jokes in there. But it's like everyone, I feel like it's a judgment-free zone. Mm-hmm. It's just people in there with notepads. And like,
which
they're
is
just
cool.
clapping.
Because from the outside, you think, when you think about doing stand-up comedy, it's always like a punishment for fantasy football or whatever. Yeah. And you think, man, I'm about to get cooked. Yeah. But really, it's if you go to the open mics, it is judgment-free.
I could be so wrong. Like maybe I'll go, I'm like, I got bullied out of there. Like everyone hated it. But like it seems like a judgment-free zone. I've been to one. Mm-hmm. If there's any like people that do open mics or comedians watching this, like that mother, like he does not know what he's talking about. He's never even done one, and he's over here. I'm like, yeah, open mics is kind of this cool community we have going on. I didn't say a word to anyone.
I met a lot of my best friends through these open mics.
I just love those people out there. I haven't talked to a single person there. I just bought me and Mackenzie just got a glass of wine, sat in the back, didn't talk to anyone, and then left. But it was fun. But
next week. When does this come out?
Not this Sunday, the next Sunday. I'm trying to stay a week out.
Okay, so you will have already done it.
Yes.
By the time
but
this
last
comes
podcast, I was like, by the time this comes out, I'll have one open mic under my belt. We don't.
I promise y'all that the next time he's on this screen, he will have done it, because if he has it, there won't even be a because if.
Yeah.
He will.
I will have done it.
I'll bully him into it.
Yeah. It truly is like, I hope I keep up with this. Especially, I don't know.
The writing is huge. The fact you enjoyed that.
Because I thought I was not going to like that.
Exactly.
And as I was writing, I was like, thank God this doesn't feel like a chore.
Right.
Because I was like, if I don't like this part, this is kind of the whole part.
Dude,
it's like,
and I saw something that was key. Like if you are trying to get into writing just in general, it was like, make sure write when you want to. And then the minute that you feel like you're stuck and like hitting a hurdle, like stop and leave it.
I've heard someone say that too. Because I got to the point where it was like we were doing like the ending of it, and like you gave me that good punch up at the end, and then I sent it to Sherm, and he was like, "I love that ending. I feel like you could even do something right before it," and I agreed with him.
Right.
But it was the second I got frustrated, I was like, I don't know what, and I was like, I still haven't done it. And I was like, I feel like it should come naturally, like whenever I think of it.
I know it's that. I think I show you the photo of the two ladders. Yeah, one ladder is staggered.
Yeah,
and it's done, and the other ladder is like perfect, but there's only 2 steps on it. Yeah. And it was like done is better than perfect.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's like I kind of just need to go do that first open mic and just like bomb and like get it over with. Because like it's funny when like in the first steps of doing this, when I'm like making the website for a show that I haven't even done yet. I literally Googled, it was like, what's the first steps in being a stand-up comedian? And like the first thing in bold was like, just do comedy once and you're a comedian. It was like you don't have to get paid. Like there's no barrier other than just go do it.
Right.
And anyone can go do it.
We create the barrier.
Yeah. It's like, once you do it once, it literally was like, congratulations, you are now a comedian if you just do it once.
Dude. Yeah. So I guess what's the, I know that when we first had the conversation, you were like, no part of me wants to be a comedian. Yeah. Do you think that was all the way true? Or do you think that there was a part of you, but it was just kind of, because it is a scary thing no matter which way you cut it. Like, was a part of you that was maybe just scared of?
You know what I think it was like, this sounds so stupid, but I'm so overly like OCD and analytical. And in my head, I was like, I don't even want to think about wanting to do it. Because if I think about it, like my first thought, which is crazy, is like, I always think best case scenario. I'm like, all right, let's say I try stand up once. Okay, so now I'm Chappelle. So now I have to travel every weekend, and I have to do this, and then I have to logistically figure out how to do a show, and I don't want those stressors.
Dude, that's actually really interesting.
That's my first thought, and I was like, I hate that kind of stuff. I hate planning stuff, like logistically, and then I was like, I don't want my life. If my life is best case scenario, I don't like that. But then I randomly thought, I was like, let me take my like safeguard down. I was like, first of all, don't think like, okay, I'm going to be super successful. And then I have to deal with successful problem. That is a crazy way to think. And I was like, I'm just going to go into this like, I love stand up. Almost like like a kid wants to be a basketball player.
Right.
I was like, I want that like innocent, like I want to do something. Let me just try it. And then if there's parts I don't like one day, if worst case scenario I'm successful,
Yeah.
then I can figure that out when the time comes. And it's like I can, if I was so successful that I had that issue, then just you can hire someone. You know what I mean? It's
funny.
like
you made the best case scenario the worst case scenario.
which is, I mean,
is
like
crazy.
my brain is so negative.
Yeah.
I always think like that. Like that's why I made the website that literally is like get tickets to come see Jarod here. And it's an open mic graphic.
Dude, but it's negative, but it's not fully negative because a negative person would be like,
It's not
okay,
gonna work.
worst case scenario,
Yeah.
this. And but yours was
that it will,
everything
I will
works
be
out.
wildly successful. That's how my whole brain thinks. Like I'm always prepared
Yeah.
for the issues that will come with the best case scenario, which is kind of like optimistically pessimistic.
Yeah.
Which is like I've never like said that out loud.
You're a walking
This is
juxtaposition.
therapy. Yeah, I think about that with every like, which that even may be kind of funny in itself. Like there's probably some silver lining there that you could find funny. Like
Literally what you just said is how you would start a bit of like, I'm the most optimistic, pessimistic person.
yeah, because like I mean Mackenzie, my girlfriend, would agree that which is an issue. Like
Right.
rightfully, she's never been like this is an issue with you. But like she'll rightfully be like, it's crazy how like this is the smallest micro example that is so true that she told me like a year or two into dating, and I was like, oh my, like what an epiphany moment. She's like,
Yeah.
every time we go out, like go out to a bar, my thought the whole time is like, how are we getting home?
Right.
Which is so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, when we're out, like the whole time you're like, it's not even that I want to go home.
Right.
I'm just like, let's get like, it's almost, this sounds like a cringy way of saying it, but like a, not fatherly, but like a
Yeah.
Papa Bear is the gayest way of saying it, but it's like let's get the clan back home. Like, let's all be safe and get back home.
Right.
And it's
You're
like
just being responsible.
yeah, but it's like you don't need like
Right.
You don't.
There's time and a place
We're
for
adults
it.
now. It's like you
Right.
don't. We can handle our. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And I'm always in that mode where it's like best case scenario. What's the issue with it? And it's like even the stream room. It's like I don't know everything in my life. I'm like, what's the
know.
issues with the best case scenario?
And it's fun, and it really is just about feeding the right beast because obviously there's strengths to
Yeah.
that. Because I'm the opposite,
Yeah.
where I'm not like as organized. I don't care if things are perfect, and I just want to do it,
Yeah,
which is good.
that's
but,
better. I think.
But it's also like there's so many details that do matter that I'll convince myself. It doesn't matter if I'm good enough at this thing, then people
Yeah.
will recognize it, and it'll be
The
it
solution's
works out.
almost the same. It's like you can just outsource that.
Literally.
Or like it's like that can get taken care of later. The details either can get taken care of later or like the problems can get taken care of
Dude.
later. This is like therapy.
That's actually that was a banger. The solutions are the same,
Yeah, two opposite issues.
and
That's crazy. We should
that's
upload this on Make It at Midnight, not my channel.
I'm telling you, because that truly is like this is more therapy than Jarod Beeman's
yeah,
second
this
episode.
is a comedy podcast.
But it's like I think that's what people get so wrong is like
Yeah.
we have very different. We like have the same humor in a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it makes sense while we're friends.
Yeah,
But like personality wise, we're very different.
opposite.
And in normal world, people's beliefs, whatever it are, they could be very different.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the answer is the same.
That is crazy.
And they all want the same thing.
What a bar.
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
We might have to switch up with this
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. This may not go on my channel.
What's up, guys? This is episode 20 of Make It to Midnight.
So you're gonna be seeing this on a different channel.
Host JP, co-host Jarod Beeman.
That quickly turned into therapy.
It worked.
Mackenzie's gonna watch this and be so happy.
Yeah.
So, oh, you finally said it out loud.
I know, dude. And that's so much of it. And it's comedy. But back to the
There's got to be a funny thing in that somewhere.
Definitely. I think it's I'm the most optimistic pessimist ever.
Yeah.
But there's another thing with the writing that you were talking about with Stephen King, you know,
Yeah.
the famous horror film writer.
Yeah.
And I think his first famous, because I feel like there's a lot of similarities between writing comedy and writing like a book.
Yeah.
It's the same long grind.
Yeah.
But he was a janitor at the time, like trying to be a writer, and he wrote, I think Carrie was his first like big film or
Yeah.
big book, and he was writing it while he was a janitor, and he got so sick of it and he crumbled it up and literally threw it in the trash at home or whatever, and his wife found it and was like, no, you need to finish this.
Yeah.
It ends up becoming his first big break, and ever since then he has, I don't know if he still does it, but you know, for the 15-year period, he wrote every single day, holidays, birthday, for at least I forget how many words he went. His was over the top.
Yeah.
But it's like you scale it down to a comedian.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll write 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Half of it's not going to be used, but you don't even know if that crumpled piece of paper could be.
Yeah. My new goal is like every night when I go to bed to just write in my notes.
See, I got to do that too.
It's like I want to do, this is me being too like over planning with it. But like the goal is like do it in the notes app until it feels like kind of complete and then transfer it to a notebook. And then the notebook in my head, like mentally, like comes on stage.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why like that one joke that we wrote, like is in the notebook now. I'm still marking stuff out of it. Like there's a couple lines. I'm
Definitely.
like, it's like, I'm still going to work on. It's not like, this is a complete joke now, but it's like enough where it's like, this is not an idea now. I'm going to like actually try to do it. Even though, again, I'm all talk right now. Haven't done anything. But
yeah, I mean, good thing about Nashville too, is you'll be able, once you like start interacting with the other people at the open mic, you're going to pick up stuff.
It's so funny. It felt like such a click there. Like it was like everyone was talking and having fun. And it's like literally felt like first day of school. And like Mackenzie's with me. She's like, oh, like, you can make so many friends here. I'm
dude,
like,
and I bet, was there one dude that stood out more than the rest?
Yeah, of course.
He's like the cool guy.
Dude, there was one dude there, the one that stood out. It's so funny that like, I'm saying this on a podcast and like in theory, like we might be friends and he may see this one day.
Right.
But literally it's like, it's the most like out of a movie, like the most different looking people, like a frat looking dude, like emo looking people, like purple haired people, like a different rate. Everybody is all surrounding
Jarod Beeman.
Yeah, me, me. This one guy, they're all surrounding this one guy with like a choker, like leather necklace with like metal spikes coming off of it. And he's like holding court with like frat dudes and like everybody. And I was like that, like, and I never even got to see him do stand up. Like, I don't even know if he performed because we left. I mean, we stayed a while, but I don't even know if he was a comedian. Right. But I was just like, it's fun. And I think I told you, I don't even know if I told you, there was a guy from my old job in there. I don't even know if I should say my own. I don't know if I've ever said it on my channel.
I mean, to be fair, your old job could make some great jokes.
Yeah. So I used to work, especially in like today's climate.
Yeah.
I used to work at the Daily Wire. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. I'm not going to get into the details. But I used to work at the Daily Wire, and one of those guys was in there. I was like, this is truly every walk of life.
Yeah.
Like, we got a guy at the Daily Wire that's in there. And I don't know if he was performing, but he's like a kind of, I think he's a higher up there.
Yeah.
And he was just standing in the circle. And I told him, I was like, what the? I was like, what's he doing?
Dude, but that's comedy. Like,
it made me happy to see. I was like, that's crazy.
It brings everyone together. And it's not like you've met people like different comedians and think different people are funny, but you've never met somebody that hates comedy.
Yeah, 100%.
Which would be cool to be a part of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's literally like a cool kids club, and I'm like, I want to join, but nothing's stopping me except me.
Hey,
they're cool.
You versus you every day, and one of you has to die.
We're gonna do it. By the time this comes out, I will have done it.
It's one of the pastor at my church, actually, he does improv for fun.
Yeah.
And so I went to one of the improv thing, and I feel like it's similar because it's all different people. Blue hair people, chokers, pastors, frat guys, and they all just have the best time doing improv. And
improv seems so cool. They say online,
probably helps comedians, right?
That Google search I did, they were like, I don't know if it's like old school stuff you read online, because I mean, I know everything's like different nowadays. But like it says online, it's like you should take improv classes if you want to do comedy. They're like, you never, even if you don't want to ever do improv, like improv's just a good thing to do.
I know.
Apparently most people that do it like have no, I mean, it's probably a stretch, not most people, but a lot of people that do it have no desire to ever do like show business. It's just like a fun thing to do, apparently.
Dude, everybody that was at the one we went to, one guy, he does like hospitality in Nashville.
Yeah.
And other dude is like in finance. And truly, it's their hobby of, instead of being in a rec league sports team, they have an improv crew, and the competitions that they do regionally and stuff. It's almost
like a brain like builder. It's like it truly is probably great for you to do improv,
because even watching it, you're trying to, or at least I'm trying to think, all right, what would I say if I was in this person's shoes? And sometimes you get stumped. Yeah. And then you watch them do it on there, and it's clicks in your brain. It's, oh my gosh. Because it's just like add something and then ask a question or whatever.
What's his name? Chris Clemmer does it from Barstool.
See, apparently
he'll be good
at it.
Super into it.
Yeah.
He like, apparently he's done it for like a long time. And he like, I mean, I guess his job is in content, but like, he's not a guy that does like comedy or anything.
I know. And dude,
but he is super confident.
Yeah.
And it probably comes from that. Because I
Definitely.
mean, like looking at Chris Clemmer, and he would probably be the first person to admit this. He does not look like the most guy. He's
Right.
like an old, like frail. Old is kind of rude, but he would say it that he's like a.
He looks like a dweeb.
Yeah, yes, and he would admit that. Like he
Right.
looks like a dweeb, but he's super confident. He makes great content.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, super confident, and it probably comes from that kind of stuff. Like he
didn't
does
care about
shit.
failing
at all.
and that's where that confidence is.
Dude, did you see? This is probably like a boring inside Barstool kind of thing. If anyone's a Barstool fan, did you see that guy got hired Mutt?
Yeah, he was. He pitched himself to Portnoy.
Yeah.
Was it on Kirk's show?
Yeah,
or on maybe the
dude. So
Monday?
this is probably boring to viewers. He like a year ago. Did you know the whole thing? Like Dave offered him a job and he said no.
No, I picked up on it just
Yeah.
from seeing the stuff this week.
Dude was so loyal. I explained the story to McKinsey because I was like, honestly, guys, I mean, I know nothing about him. So it's like this guy, I mean, Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, this guy like has this show. His name is like Mutt. I don't know what his full name is, but he did a live show at a casino every week that like 10 people came to. That was
Beast.
He admitted wildly unsuccessful. Like did not pay the bills at his house, but he like committed to it like with that guy. And then Dave Portnoy like liked him for some reason. I don't know what the whole connection was. It was probably Kirk Minahan.
Yeah.
But then he came on the show and Dave is just like, you're such an interesting person. Like I will hire you full-time content. And the guy was like, I can't do it. And Dave was like, why? And he's like, I made a commitment to a guy and I'm not breaking that commitment. And Dave was like, the dude will understand. I'm offering you like probably $100,000.
Right.
And the guy was like, I'm loyal. Like I can't. And then he came back a year later. He said, I finished out my commitment. I'm ready. And then Dave was like, I don't want you now. And then he convinced him though. He got the job.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
feel like deep down Dave would honor that.
Oh yeah, Dave did. He gave the job.
And he likes the fact that guy was loyal
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah. And it's probably boring for viewer, but it was so funny.
Dude, but I mean, it's so nuts with, and it's the same with a comedian's joke. Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
guy could have a joke that is a banger joke, or it's like songwriters.
Yeah.
This, whatever you turn this first bit into,
Yeah.
could be the bit that sends Jarod Beeman comedy off the rails.
Yeah.
But it also may not happen until 10 years later.
Yeah.
When it just, for whatever reason, it hits. Which is cool about Nashville because we went to a songwriters round.
Which one, me and you?
Me and Sitton.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we've never done that before.
We did.
We did?
It's like the only activity we've ever done together. We went to a writer's round for your friend.
Oh that
I was like, it was one of the few things
that's
we've
fair.
ever done.
That's fair. I need to take you to a different one though. 'Cause
Yeah. I don't know if that was like a legit one or not.
It was, but it was like if you go to Listening Room
Yeah.
or Bluebird Cafe.
Yeah.
But one of the guys, he wrote for Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Don't Blink, but say it was Don't Blink.
Yeah.
One of Kenny Chesney's biggest songs. He wrote that song in, I think he said like 1998.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much broke from 1998 till finally Kenny Chesney decides to cut this song in 2010 and it sets him off.
That is so nuts.
And I feel like in comedy, it's not as, maybe it's not as similar, but it's has some related themes.
It's so popular now to like, it's kind of sad. Like it's so popular to hate on Bert Kreischer, like as a comedian.
Right.
Like literally, I said, and I keep referencing my first pod because I was explaining like if there's any new viewers, I was like my old channel, the same channel. I was like, I'm changing the content from commentary to like a comedy, hopefully a comedy podcast. And I was like, but my old commentary channel, I was like, if you haven't watched the videos, it's like there's a million of these channels on YouTube. And I've always told you, I was like, my goal was all the other ones are like hating.
Right.
And they all, for some reason, like the biggest theme is just to hate Bert Kreischer, which is just odd. I was like, I'm never going to stoop to like the hating channels.
No.
But with all that being said, it is still so cool that he, like his machine story, like he used to tell it and stuff.
Right.
And then literally like he was just at FSU as like a drunk frat guy. And then who was it? Rolling Stone that wrote a thing about him. Like that's kind of what set him off.
Dude,
like he
it's
was like a
nuts.
failing student that like,
And then
maybe he
boom.
did comedy at the time. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I don't know
And
what
he
he was
just
doing.
did everything under the moon of.
Did you ever watch his Travel Channel show? I used to
I've
be
just seen
obsessed
clips of
with it
it.
as a kid.
I mean, dude, he is the perfect testament.
Bert the Conqueror. Like that truly was like one of my like top 5 shows as a kid was Bert the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Because then like when I liked his comedy, when I got older, me and my dad would like go see Bert Kreischer when he came to Atlanta.
Right.
And he's like, this is Bert the Conqueror. I'm like, that's nuts. It's funny that you know him as that.
Dude, and it's always cool to me because people do hate on him so much.
So much.
But the people that do not hate on him is other comedians.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't
Because
really...
he's the nicest guy
Dude,
ever.
so many people... I remember this... I forget her name. There was like 2 female comedians and then like a handful of guys, but...
On a bus?
No.
Never mind. I thought you were talking about this podcast.
One of them brought it up on Rogan.
Yeah.
I just saw them go on different podcasts, and every single one of them, when they got asked, who's helped them, who has checked on them, who do they like, they all say Bert.
Yeah.
Like he reached out during COVID. He reached out at this time. I'm like, man, I understand not liking his comedy. But
Yeah.
I just don't understand the commenting and all of the faceless bull crap.
I think it's because he was so on top of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, like, arguably still is. Like, he still
Right.
sells out freaking.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's at stadiums, but like arenas.
Arenas.
At least arenas. I mean, stadiums is like pretty hard. Like, I think that's
Yeah.
like Kevin Hart and like 2 other people.
I know. Well, you saw Shane Gillis at Zach Bryan's concert.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, I don't know why I'm
And I
here.
was like, it's my first stadium. I feel
That must be so. I would not want to see comedy in a stadium.
Well, and just to open for, I didn't even watch what he did, but
Yeah.
to have it be right before a concert, like people are not there to.
Yeah, and he's like, there's kids here.
Yeah.
He's like, a woman outside asked me, like, I have a kid. Can I like see your show? And he's like, not really. Like, I have nothing that kids can see. But he's like, but I got asked to do this. Have you ever seen, and I'm not hating on him because I love him. Have you ever seen the accusations that it's kind of a funny conspiracy theory that Kevin Hart, like how he sells out stadiums and stuff? They're like, I don't know a single human that has ever gone to a Kevin Hart show, but he's the funniest guy.
Right.
But like, I saw this, like, I think it's like a joke conspiracy that they're like,
Yeah.
his shows are fake. Like, there's not actually Kevin
That's
Hart
funny.
shows. Because they're like, you'll see the specials where he has a football stadium sold out, but I've never heard that Kevin Hart's coming to my city.
Right.
But apparently he sells out stadiums, and it's so funny.
That is a hilarious conspiracy.
Because obviously it's not like I don't believe
Right.
that. I love Kevin Hart, but it is kind of funny. They're like, I never heard of him doing, which he did. It was just before our time, but it's
Exactly.
like I never heard of him doing theaters or clubs, which you could find videos. He did.
Yeah,
But
he's
it
been in the
is-
game for a long
yeah.
time before he blew up.
Like as a kid, I mean not a kid, but like a teenager, I think he was doing
Right.
it. But it is kind of funny. It's like I feel like I only see him in stadiums, and he's never been in anything else.
I know.
and I've never seen it in real life.
And those productions go crazy on
Yeah.
his specials.
God, I loved watching those as a kid so much. His
Yeah.
specials, they were so. I mean, they're still funny, but I don't like watch it as much.
Dude, the specials. I was telling you for one of your
Yeah.
piece of content, you need to film a special, but it's just
Way
like-
too early.
Yeah.
yeah, like week 2, or
I
like
know.
month 2.
I'm excited. Garrett, one of our coworkers, was just talking about Andrew Santino's special.
I'm excited to watch that, dude. I need to get back on Bad Friends. I haven't watched it in a while. They are so funny.
Those clips.
I tried to make myself watch less podcasts because I was like, I was consuming too much media. Oh, I thought someone walked in here.
Then you start saying, or I don't know if you feel this way, but if you start saying the same things they say,
Yeah.
not jokes wise, but like if I'm watching Chris Williamson, it's like I'm going to be more inclined to talk about whatever he was talking about on that week. And it's like, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm writing my own.
Yeah,
stuff
100%.
That's unique to me.
I try to give myself one a week, which it's Son of a Boy Dad right now, and I'm like I just give that to myself as entertainment, not like
Right.
because I used to like checklist. Like I need to watch Two Bears, One Cave,
Yeah.
Bad Friends, Bustin' with the Boys. Like before I worked here, like I
Yeah.
would watch all these podcasts, which was like
That's a lie. But
too. Yeah, you're right. I hated Bustin' with the Boys.
you didn't care what freaking Melvin Gordon had to say.
I watched Bustin' when comedians were on.
yeah.
Always.
Which great episodes.
Yeah, great episodes. They're like the
Who's
most
somebody
viewed
that you,
episodes.
you would like for us to have on?
That's a good question.
Comedian wise, obviously.
Y'all said y'all had Bobby Lee on.
Yeah. And he
I've
was
never
funny.
been here when Shane's on.
Oh, dang. But
Like-
you met him, right?
No. Oh, yes. I met Shane before I worked here.
Oh,
I
but
met
so you haven't met him in this context.
No, I met Shane
At this context is you get peak Shane.
Yeah, I met Shane, which is either peak Shane or lowest Shane. The one time I met him was at the case race, like in New York at Barstool, which is like one of his most viral things,
Right.
ever. And it's like, gosh, I don't. No, I was about to say things, but like I guess technically I'll probably sign NDAs, but it's just like a lot of that was cut.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, he didn't do anything, but it's like that whole argument was so much bigger than even the camera showed, and it was insane as an intern to see that. And Shane wasn't even that big back then.
Right.
He-
Who was he going after?
Stephen Che.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, Che self-admitted that was kind of his fault. Like,
and Che can handle it too. Like,
yeah. It was fine. Like, I don't think anyone had hurt feelings, but it was like, you bring in a guest, like, you should attack him.
Right.
It's like, come on. Like,
dude, I know, because I love
Stephen Che, by the way. I think he's hilarious.
Che is awesome.
Nothing but nice when I work. Like, very nice.
He's another person. I don't know why people hate on him so much.
Dude, like, whenever the Barstool Bar opened here, when I wasn't working at Bussin' yet, and I went to it, Tommy Smokes, super random, invited me. And he's like, oh, I know you're in Nashville. Like, you should come and meet me and Dana Beers, I think. Which Dana does not know who I am. But, like, he acted like he did. But Stephen Che, I only talked to him. Again, this is only for Barstool sports fans, if you're watching. Stephen Che, I only talked to him a couple times when I worked in the office. Like, I think he may have known my face.
Right.
But he was so nice when I saw him at the bar. Like, even if he didn't remember me, I was like, what's up, Che? And he's like, hey, man, like, how have you been?
He's a good dude.
Yeah, like, asked me about, like, life. He's like, what have you been doing? And I think he, like, had maybe an inkling of a memory that I used to work with him.
Right.
But, like, did not admit that, like, what were you, like, an intern?
Yeah.
Like, because I was nothing. Like, it was like I did nothing that actually helped him in the workplace. But he was all those guys are really nice.
Yeah.
Like, Dana Beers is super nice. We had one conversation when I worked with him, but he acted like he knew me.
Dude,
Tommy Smokes is, like, the only one I keep up with.
He's cool.
Which is so random.
I can't wait for you to meet Shane in Bussin' context, because I think me, Jack, and Garrett were in the car when the viral video of him and Caleb Presley was going around. And, dog, I'm telling you, that was... to watch him and Caleb operate just in that state even was what everybody hopes that they would be like.
Yeah.
They delivered on it in that moment. And I wish the freaking PT Cruiser behind us would have had a...
Wait, so y'all were there?
Yeah, we were in the car.
You were in the car during that?
Yes, bro.
I did not know that.
And
who recorded that? Was it like someone here?
It's funny because I have a recording on my phone of it, but the one you saw was Taylor. Taylor was filming that.
I had no idea Bussin' was even remotely related to that. Was that after Beer
after
Olympics?
Notre Dame, Ohio State?
Oh,
dude, that whole weekend was peak. Shane, his dad, Tommy, Chris, like everyone, dude. We were we stayed at the Airbnb with them.
I've heard podcasts talking about this weekend.
Oh yeah,
like I've heard more. Like that's a really viral weekend for Shane.
I mean, dude, we played basketball. Like and it was the drive.
So
the drive.
I want to meet him like that.
Yeah, because I love Caleb.
Yeah,
like Caleb is one. of
you're like friends with Caleb. Caleb Presley.
Caleb Presley. Sunday Conversation.
Like that one time I was just not to like glaze you, but like we were just sitting downstairs and it was just me and you here, and you were like on FaceTime with someone.
Yeah.
And then when you hung up, I was like, "Who is that?" And you're like, "Caleb." He just called me. I was like, "What?" I didn't know y'all were like that.
Yeah, dude. He's awesome, and to just watch, because another great stand-up comedy bit I feel like is the shotgun seat, and who like who sits shotgun because Shane was shotgun. He gets out to go pee. Caleb comes in and takes it.
Yeah,
he's like, bro, like just go to the back. And it was just
like not giving up is so funny.
Not giving up is so
like when it's so inconvenient for you to do that,
and both of them not giving up.
Yeah.
And which was,
I cannot believe y'all were there for that. It's so funny because this is such a niche thing. Like, but I think any comedy like fan knows exactly the clip we're talking about.
They know the
so
clip,
viral.
and I'll even try to send you the video I have of it.
I truly think everyone, if this is hitting the target market, knows what we're talking about. That is so funny.
Because and then also that night, Shane's dad's name's Phil, right?
Yeah. I think Phil Gillis.
Yeah, such a good dude.
Yeah.
You know, Notre Dame loses in horrible fashion.
Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking game. People are like yelling at Shane when we're leaving the game, like kind of just like, "Oh, Shane." He's just like, "Shut the F up." Like just being like mean back, but they're all like, "Oh, the dog."
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is uncancelable. And we get back to the Airbnb late, and Phil just immediately fires up the grill. And it's like 2 a.m. Burgers, bratwurst, hot dogs, all ready to go. And I don't even know if he ate one. He finishes it and he goes and walks down to his room. And then, everybody is like, starts bullying Shane.
Yeah.
Shane's like, "I swear to God, if you guys keep bullying me, like, I'm gonna, some funny things were said that I won't repeat."
Yeah.
And his dad sticks his hat out. He's like, "Shane, what did I tell you about saying that type of stuff around me?" And where it was just like watching a Shane Billis segment come to life.
That
in
is
real
so
life.
fun. I've heard so much about like fans wanting to see more Phil.
Yeah.
Like he popped in like one podcast so long ago. I probably am not remember. He's probably been in more.
Yeah.
But I remember as a fan, I think it was like a Zoom podcast where he got him to come downstairs and it was so funny.
Dude, and he like Shane followed us all after the weekend.
That's
Obviously,
so
we're all
cool.
following him, but I remember we each got the notification that Shane Gillis followed you. We all sent it to each other, like, bro, it's Shane.
That is so
Because he's
funny.
cool, dude. He's another just good guy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be happier for
That
somebody
is
like
so
that to
cool.
make it. So that'll be fun when you get your
That is so sick.
Bus and Shane video. Because, dang, you weren't at Beer Olympics or any of it either.
No, I haven't been. I was gonna say I only came to one, but I didn't even come to one. We haven't had one
Yeah.
since I've been here. Which is it over
Well, there's going to be one more.
next year?
Probably.
Yeah,
So they're
maybe that's when I'll meet him if he comes.
yeah, you'll meet him for
I'm
sure.
surprised he hasn't been on the pod in a year,
Well, we did,
or maybe y'all done it traveling.
yeah, I feel like we did a remote one with him.
Maybe.
I don't know. We've seen him,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I feel like that. I don't know if we can even top that. I'm gonna check the time, but
Yeah.
I feel like that might even be a place to wrap up. 36 minutes. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. I only did like 12 minutes last week alone.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah,
I
feel
gotta
like it's
figure
perfect.
out because I don't know. This is the last thing. Like because you record videos alone.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and we've talked about this because my old videos were way more like edited. Like I was reading a
Right.
script. Like it's not that I was uncomfortable, but I was like, I feel like nothing I'm saying is entertaining.
I
You know
feel
what
the
I
same
mean?
way.
And it's like I got to figure out because like it's not a viewer problem. It's a me problem because
Right.
like people do it. It's like Tim Dillon does it. Theo does it. Like you can be entertaining on your own. It's a self challenge. So
It's a
I kinda wanna
skill,
do
too.
it. Yeah.
And but I'm with you, man, because I don't think because I think I've done 19 episodes of Make It to Midnight, and they're usually around 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Do you do any cuts?
No.
So that's like the thing. It's like
Well, so I mean, I'll go back and edit dead space.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can tell if I'm trailing off and I don't know what I'm going to say next.
Yeah.
And I'll finish my thought and I'll pause
yeah.
and I'll think, okay, how am I going to come back in? And then I come back in.
Dude, because Theo's solo pods, he has those pauses and they'll be long and he will not cut them. Like he'll be like, what am I thinking about? And he'll
Right.
sit there for like 20 seconds. He's like, oh yeah. And then just start talking.
And I think if you're going to do an hour, 2 hours long one,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do that. But if you're trying to get bang, bang,
100%,
bang.
yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, dude. I think I've only ever felt good about 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And most times, which is hilarious because mine is like a inspiration, motivation
Yeah.
podcast. And you see me after, I'm like, I think I might be the worst at this ever. And let's not taking my own advice. But the best ones I've done, I feel like are when I just take my broad ideas and I
Yeah.
do just kind of just like share exactly what's on my mind
Yeah.
instead of being like writing it out and
Yeah.
everything. Because this week I feel like I have a good starting point, but like on my most recent Instagram post is something I want to talk about. The one that I wrote out of just like, I don't know how people are letting the higher ups of the world like
Yeah.
divide us.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. And social media is a big problem. And I
Yeah.
love social media. And I feel like this week is the most confident I am in an
Yeah.
episode. And I have the least amount of, like, I didn't look up somebody's story. Or
Yeah,
I'm just
100%.
speaking from
Yeah.
my own. Which
That's
I
what-
feel like will be the same for you.
Yeah, I got to figure out just how to, like you're saying, just talk. Like I think the best part of last week was I told the story about Maple eating the sock. And I was
Right.
like, because I sat there, I explained like, this is my new podcast. This is why I'm doing it. That was like 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
And then Maple like made a noise behind me. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh, I got something to talk about. And then I just spent like the next 9 minutes explaining that. And then at the end of it, I was like, I have no idea, which I'll see if anyone like watches it in comments. I was like, let me know if there was even 1% of entertainment in that. Because I was
Right.
like, there is a chance I just told y'all like a logistical story that has no substance in it. Because I
Well-
didn't like punch it up. I just told the story.
But people relate to it.
Yeah.
Like everybody's dog has eaten something.
Yeah, I want to try to do it like my goal is like the feeling when we're all talking in the back of the shop.
Right.
I want to do it like that, but it is hard when no one is talking back.
It's so hard.
Like when I
dude.
tell y'all a story back there, like my whole goal is like that's the feeling I get.
Right.
Is like I'm talking to the camera like I'm talking to y'all.
I
or
know.
something.
And just getting better at speaking and not having these filler words, the likes, the ums, the
Yep,
dudes.
yeah.
All of it. Because I try to catch myself and I try to just pause and think because I think that's what all the best people do.
Yep. Yeah.
There's not a
Yeah.
It's always pause. Even when Theo was
I was gonna say
answering,
not to glaze him, but he does that.
dude. Well, when he was answering questions on the podcast, I loved it on Bussin' with the Boys podcast because they would ask him something and he would legitimately say, let me think about that real quick.
Yeah.
And he would take the time to think
Yeah.
about it. And so many times, especially when you're recording by yourself, you feel this random pressure to be urgent. And it's just not real.
Yeah. The Joaquin Phoenix episode that I always glaze, he kept doing that with him. Like Joaquin would say something, he'd be like, let me think about that for like a couple seconds. He's like, because you just gave me a lot. You just sit there. And then Joaquin like kept, that episode's so funny. Because Joaquin's just like, dude, you're like a real person. Like, remember the intro like I told you about?
So funny.
Like when he's like, hey man, like, I don't know how to say this, but like, thank you for like making my life better as a normal person. Like, you really give me a lot of good memories. And Joaquin's like, what the hell, man? He's like, that was like the nicest thing.
Right.
He was like, that was weird how nice that was.
Dude, which is also just, it shows because we all feel that same way about Joaquin Phoenix. And you just kind of think that Joaquin Phoenix knows that.
Yeah.
But people are not saying that. And it's one of the reasons people love Theo.
Yeah. He's like, no one's ever really told me that. Because he's like, as a normal human being, you've made my life better. It's like such a nice compliment. He's like,
nice
wow.
compliment.
Like, I never really thought about my movies like that. And Joaquin seems like almost like the actor version of Theo. Not like their personalities, but like
100%.
Joaquin is so like brutally real.
He's grounded, dude. Which is cool.
I've told you and recommend to anyone out there. Like, there's these YouTube documentaries on his life. They are so incredible. I think, what's it called? Dodford. I think I'm butchering the name of the channel, Dodford or something like that. That makes these little mini documentaries. I wish I remember what it was. But yeah, they have one on Joaquin that is like incredible. Especially his whole thing where he became a rapper is so funny.
Yeah.
I
need to watch it.
He basically just like ruined all the relationships in his life out of like art, like for himself, which is so funny. I still haven't watched it either. But
yeah.
All right, episode 2 in the books.
Episode 2 is an honor.
Thank you, brother.
I'm glad to be.
You're the reason I'm
episode
doing it.
2. Yeah, but also it's going to be hype when it's like episode 70 and somebody like freaking Joaquin or Nate Bargatze is sitting in this chair.
Or it's like Matt Malone.
Or it's Matt Malone. But
He might be episode 3.
I believe in Beeman.
Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you at Zany's next week.
Jerry Beeman will be at Zany's every Wednesday.